Preactivation time, Peterborough United Football Club. Every single morning before every session, even game time, we go through a series of exercises before we warm up. Injury prevention, core and band work. So we're going to take you through some simple exercises, starting on the floor, into standing, and then into resisted standing movement. Okay. First and foremost, when we start, I will go through the exercises with you. The prescription of the exercises is exactly as many as you wish to do. Some of my players wish to do some of the exercises from 8 to 10, some do them 4 to 6. Some like some exercises more than others, so it's all about personal preference. We're going through mostly, to start with, a lot of spinal movement, core movement, hip flexor extensor movement. Note my head and my chin hit my chest, my knee comes up to my chest, we're getting a good neural stretch through. It doesn't help when you have players watching you do this, especially when you're trying to do a video for them. But there we go. Then we go into some glute activation. So we've gone from a spinal position into lower lumbar glute. And then we just extend that through with toe taps. Good. So that's the prone position. Now we're moving into the supine position. So next one will be a roll back, tight as we can, and land on our feet. Chin on the chest all the way through. Ideally 10. Ideally 10. Next one. Laying dead flat. Straight up into the hip thrust position. Okay, it's standard. If we want to make it harder, one foot in the middle, one leg up, and we'll go single leg with that as well. Okay. Next one. Again, we're staying in that lower lumbar pelvic activation area for our knockdowns. Feet together this time, exactly the same. Then into our lower lumbars, across. Again, the prescription of the reps that you do are entirely up to you. We'll go into some wide V's, which come up, which are taking, again, chin on the chest, to the abductors and adductors. Good exercise. Some hamstring. And then moving into the bigger hamstring work. Don't really believe in stretching. Movement based is the way forward. It's been proven over quite a few years now of this exercise routine minimises our soft tissue problems. You're always going to get contact trauma, but obviously with hamstring, groin, calf, we try and make this as best we can so we minimise that. Good, okay. So now we've worked our hamstrings, we're going to move on to our side. This time we're going to kick through and then push back. So again, we're working our hip flexors and extensors now. And we'll spin over the other side to show you what that looks like. Okay, good. Right, standing up now, we have 3 bands, 3 coloured bands. Okay, start the season, the boys start with the green. Green is the most easiest band that we use. Then we move on after about 4 to 6 weeks onto the blue band. And obviously now, being in this part of the season, we're now on the black colour band, which is the toughest band that we can use. Start with a generic squat, pushing the knees out, 8 to 10. And we'll move into a split squat, making sure we're keeping that linear pattern. Keeping our arms and our hands away from our legs. Use a broomstick, any form of weight to counterbalance if you haven't got that stability yet. Again, it's all body weight exercise. If you can't push your own body weight, then you're in trouble. Good. So then what we're going to is a knee drive and slide. Knee drive and slide. Okay, knee drive and slide. Both sides. Position is here. And we're going to some step to the side for a groin. Again, your prescription of your rep is entirely up to that person. Across the body. And then what we call, I'm going to hold on for this one, is a slide across and a slide across. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move into the bands now. We're going to, for the purpose of this one, we're going to use the green, which is the easiest one. Start on knees. And again, we're going to mimic what we just did. So it's a generic squat, pushing out. Okay. For this one, we're going to pop the band just under the front of the knee. Okay. And then it's a split squat. Okay. Split squat. We'll swap that over, that side, and split spot. Split spot. Split spot. Split spot again. Okay, so then we move into the farmer's walk. That'll go underneath the knee, and we walk it out, keeping it taut, and bringing it back. Then from there, we're going to the crab walk. Keeping at the knee. We're going to move in to the Elvis. Or the Shaker Stevens, which is a fan's favourite. Okay. Anyway, so from that position there, we're going to go down to the ankles, and we're going to start exactly the same what we did before, but this time it's going to be a wee bit quicker. Okay, wee bit quicker, and push, and push. Then we're going to bring them down to our feet, and we're just going to do some knee drives, and we'll swap over with them as well. We'll bring them back to the ankles again, what we call our toe taps, which is our single leg efficiency work, which takes it through. Again, all injury prevention and a daily workout before we even start our warm-up. When you first start it, probably take about 20 minutes, and then obviously you'll get that down to about 7 minutes. And that is the pre-activation.